What's going on, everybody? This is Michael Stewart-Isaacs,
And this is Shemekka Avenue.
and this is your next edition of Sunday
Sunday
Stacks.
Stacks.
Yes, Sunday Stacks. We are back, and as always, we are excited to be here on the Alive Podcast Network. Sunday Stacks is bringing you your insights week for week and how your life should be
Yes.
stacking up. And as always, we prioritize family
Community
and
and
company.
company.
Yes. We make sure that each week you understand through our life stories and some of our joys that we get to share with you all week for week how life should be stacking up and how you deserve a life that stacks up. Don't that sound so good, everybody?
Oh, absolutely. I think that does sound good.
And we really keep it real simple here. We are a husband and wife team that has been just giving you the best of ourselves week for week and just excited to continue to keep on this journey of podcasting and sharing messages with you all that are hopefully resonating. Every week we've been working hard with new episodes and we're excited. Season 2 has been amazing. And this
Yes.
is episode 34, y'all. So for those out there, a little tidbit, we are getting ready to gear up for season
Season
three.
three.
Yes, season 3 of Sunday Stacks is on its way. We are gearing up at the top of the year. We're coming with new, fresh, new formats and just more insights, more revelations, great things happening with our businesses. But as always, we start each episode. Shemekka, I'm going to ask you a simple question. How's it stacking for you this week?
Thanks for asking. Definitely appreciative of where we are in this season. Grateful to have an opportunity to stack this week with some wins and what I call losses. That I'm in reflection still trying to make wins.
I know that's right. And I know we had a little family getaway as well. So there's a lot going on this week. So I mean, you want to give them a rundown and kind of let's talk, as we getting ready to just go into the holiday season.
Yes, so something new that we started with our kids were for us to have experiences and not get so caught up in the toys and having things for Christmas, but allowing Christmas to be an experience that brings family close together. And then the spirit of consistency. 2024 was slated as an experience year. So 2022, we had an experience when we took our children to Sierra Leone, which I cannot believe we
It's
did
been
that.
two
It is
years. Sierra
amazing.
Leone was amazing. Shout out
So
to
glad.
Freetown. Shout out to Sierra Leone. We want to definitely give you love and shout out for
Yes.
the holiday seasons.
We
Yes.
got some wins with Monica out of our nonprofit organization in Sierra Leone. She has had an incredible week closing out with a Christmas celebration with the youth and celebrating them with retreats and funness, things that they would enjoy doing to just pour into, that spirit of experiences. I love that being manifested in what she's doing to wrap the year because it certainly aligns with what we did when we surprised our kids for Christmas experience was to do something in Charlotte. So in prepping for that, and I was so excited, y'all. I had a self-care day planned. And oh, I don't do self-care often enough, but this day was like the perfect lining, y'all. And the women, you all will get this because imagine having your hair and nail appointments on the same day. I know, I
Yeah.
know. It is technically impossible unless the same person is doing it. Um, but we were able to line that up, and then I had an unfortunate incident happen. It wasn't my regular stylist, it was someone that she had filling in, dropped a shampoo bottle on my eye. And if that didn't top it off, well, after leaving, I had to leave. I was concerned about my eye. My eye is good. I didn't need a CAT scan, but it is in recovery from that experience. Then I get to my nails appointment on time, and it was 30 minutes behind schedule with that. So here it is, me having to sulk with a black eye waiting to get my nails done 30 minutes later that than needed. But I made it through. And that was the thing. I kept my cool. I didn't flip out on anyone. I am so proud of myself for that because I had every justified reason to be losing my mind. But I didn't lose sight and I didn't lose my sight. So I was
We
stacking with
thank
care
God.
this week.
We thank God. We thank God. And and it's good that we're here with our houses stacking. Sometimes week for week is not always the easiest. We don't always have the easy going at it. So sometimes some weeks are rough. But what we want to do is utilize this with you, the audience, to kind of relate to some of the things that we have to push through, just like you have
Right.
to.
Everything is not always perfect. Everything isn't wonderful, but I think it's very powerful what you choose to focus on. So beyond that, my uh, blessing in stacking this week is that our grand prize turned 3 months. So shout out to the 3 month uh, being Nova, who's been here with us for 3 months now, and time has absolutely flown by. So we're grateful for that. But this week stacking for you. You had a lot going on this
Well, I mean, you're
weekend.
gonna go ahead and just throw out my little grandbaby. I'm Papa Lorian to my little Nova. But yes, we are definitely happy and proud to be grandparents. For those who are keeping up with the show with Sunday Stacks, we are grandparents. We are now 3 months into this grandparents state, and we're just grateful that we have our family growing and blossoming. Our kids are learning and just really kind of becoming new, mature people. And I'm just excited on that journey. How's it stacking for me? Man, it's stacking well because why? I love my life. I love myself. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my businesses. I love everything. I mean, love, y'all. That's how I'm stacking this week. Love. I got so much great love around me, just good energy. I had a great week. We were able to take a trip that was originally slated as a business trip that I had to do a presentation in Charlotte with one of my business partners. And I was able to take the trip and make it a whole family outing where we wanted to stay together. Like, one thing about me and Shemekka, y'all, like sometimes it's hard for us. We travel for work and we always be wanting our Linus blanket. That's our little inside joke. But that's our comfort blanket. We comfort one another when we
What
travel.
I want around.
That's she the one I want to, just having that energy and just having that person that keeps you grounded. It's easier for me to travel with my family than miss them while I'm gone. I stay more calm and at ease, and then they take on sights, and they did a great thing. Didn't y'all? What y'all get to see
It
Mufasa?
was mommy and me
Oh
night.
yeah, tell them
So
about that. We're gonna let you still keep going.
yeah, oh yeah. So I'm still stacking y'all. So I just really want to put an impression on our young boys. I know that we are busy, we are working a lot, and they don't necessarily get me without we and the mom and dad. Like so much so, these younger two, they call us mom and dad and be talking to us, and they'll say dad. They'll be talking to me. I'm like, hey, dad.
Mm.
Oh, mommy.
Right?
So
They
we're
want it.
so present in their life. It's blended. So I did a mommy and me night out, and we went to IMAX theater in Charlotte and looked in the dome. We looked at Mufasa in the dome, and it was an incredible experience. Just me and the young gents, and just having some time to enjoy each other, love on one another without divided attention, without me having to also give attention to Michael. It was just them, and I think they really enjoyed. They took advantage of it.
Don't sound like they miss me much, y'all, but it's okay. I enjoy when they're good. Like I said, as long as I knew they were in proximity, that as soon as I was done with my work related, opportunities, then I was able to then kind of check back in with the family and I don't have to just do
Mhm.
FaceTime or something basic. They were right there. And I'm glad, you all found
That's important.
experiences that you can enjoy. And these are the things we want you to glean from this show, y'all, is that there are amazing ways that we can be creative and nimble in 2024 going into 2025 where we
Mhm.
bring our families on these experiences with us even if it's a business trip, right? And I know I
Mhm.
might be breaking the bro code, or people out there just want to travel and be by themselves, get away from your family, right? But sometimes if you're like me, you love your family around. Your family is your why. Your family is why you go out here and make the big deals happen. And for me, that's what makes drives me is my family. So having them in proximity, having my why so close to what I'm trying to achieve, always make sure that the deal gets done. You better understand that for this one
Yeah,
right
I
here.
say entrepreneurship is given that opportunity for us to co-design what our family, community, and company ecosystem looks like. So I just want to celebrate that too, Michael. I appreciate exploring what this looks like with you and looking at how we utilize our entrepreneurship journey and small business ownership to write the vision and make it plain for what works for our family. So our children have been all over the United States with work related trips and met some incredible top people in so many different fields,
Right.
like
They spoiled y'all.
chilling and
They
hanging out.
spoiled y'all. Nah, nah. But it's a blessing. I mean, we're able to take this movement of what we do. So for those who know, Shemekka and I together a movement called I Am Brilliant. We produce events. We do virtuals with organizations. But the main goal is we help people discover their greater version of themselves. So definitely, if you haven't tapped in, check out I Am Brilliant, IamBrilliant.org. You can tap in, figure out how you can get a speaker like myself or Shemekka out here hosting your events, doing all those good things to make you have a good time. But besides that, Iron Brain is what brings you this Sunday Stacks programming. And we definitely want to make sure that the mindset gets raised and elevated in how we look at our lives so we can take away the complaints, take away all
Yes.
the yeah, the
Dissatisfaction with yourself
stereotypes,
or the people that you're with.
yeah, the cliches, all those types of things. We want to move into a different direction in regards to how we're coming with Sunday Stacks, how we're closing out 2024, and how we're moving into 2025. And as for those who know, we already been in 2025, so I don't know where y'all been. I'm already here, and the air is good
We
over here.
practicing
We
already.
ain't playing it. We ain't worried about all these noises out here, and we'll definitely check on that when we get to our whizzes. But right now, we want to go ahead and just jump right into our topic of the day, which we call our Sunday school. And as we take all these great traveling, family gathering, we're going to keep it real lighthearted this episode because we're going into the wonderful holiday seasons. For those out there, some people I might say, Merry Christmas. For some people, on the same night, you might say, Happy Hanukkah. For some people, the next day, you might say, Happy Kwanzaa. But for whatever you believe and why you believe, definitely understand that you deserve to have a joyous season. You deserve to have joy in your life. Like that's my number one thing going into 2025. It's like I'm giving myself permission to not only have joy, but to be joy everywhere and anywhere I go. And in this order, we want you to know that we're going to talk about these origins of these happy holidays, right? Because there was a time we were growing up, they would be called Merry Christmas and all those things and Happy New Year. Then we started looking at understanding and giving reverence to other people's cultures and other people's holidays, and now we're in a space now in 2025, the world has been mixed up like never before. Like never before, between AI to still doing old school technology called wars. You know, we out here understanding that there's a different playing ground out here. And so, are the happy holidays something that we really understand what we're saying? And how do we start making it a happy year? How do we make it where it's not just holidays and these certain occasions that we decide to make ourselves happy and joyful, but we do that 365 days a week, y'all? How do we get there, yo? So this is what we're going to explore here in Sunday school and really just kind of give that wisdom. And again, as we spoke before, we are Shemekka Ebony and Michael Stewart-Isaacs, and we are from I Am Brilliant, and we are Sunday Stacks, and we are out here really saying, hey, take all of that celebration. Like everything we do is a celebration every day. As we spoke early in the episode, we were saying how we travel with our family. We were a celebration. We were a vibe everywhere we went. Everywhere we go, people want to either take photos with us or they want to just celebrate or they're more happy and more engaged with their family. And it becomes infectious. So
Hmm.
when I say happy holidays and I look at these things, I'm saying it not just in this season alone, but I'm telling you this for your whole year. That every day we're going to treat like a holiday. Every day we're going to celebrate. Every day we're going to be grateful for that day and that moment. They tell us that on our birthday, right? They will say, when is your birthday? Every day is your birthday. Well, when we going to start acting like that, y'all? When we really going to get into a mindset that you do deserve to be happy every day, that you deserve to be joyous every day. The thing I think that I noticed, and that's what we really want to tap into, is it's good to gather and it's good to be with family as we talk about FCC, family, community, and company, but we have to do that self love. We got to do those personal examinations through these holidays that we don't just look for those who come around us to make us happy because the opposite is true, right? For those who are gathering in joy and going through the airlines and trying to get to their family, there are a lot of people in the holidays that are lonely. And this is some of their most depressing times because they have family members who have passed away that they used to celebrate a certain holiday with or they used to gather with, and they're no longer in that posture. So, how do we get to a more healthy space where every day we give ourselves permission to find joy, regardless if other people are around us, whether we're having a party or one, and I'm going to have some fun or whatever it has to be. We got to have this holiday season all the time. I'm serious, y'all. Like, this is what I'm on. I hope y'all on it with me, man. Sunday Stacks is the realest podcast, realest show out here, and we're really trying to give you some real wisdom. It is up to you to receive it. But I really implore you that as we look and examine in the origins of a happy holiday mindset, where we started to look and examine other people's cultures and gave reverence, why can't we just do that for every day? If we can evolve to that, why can't we evolve to every day feeling like a joyful, holiday spirited day? Especially as an entrepreneur, right? I know we're all transitioning, or even if you're working on your job, we got to find ways to create greater reasons to celebrate, y'all. So I don't know. What's your take on this, Shemekka?
What I appreciate about you saying with happy holidays is it made me think about how much people gear up. Like it's the same time of year every year. And usually between September and October, it's when the social media move. Let's be gracious. Let's be considerate of the people that are going to be absolutely going to be sad for the holidays. Let's show kindness and love for those that are going to be grieving during the holiday. Like we prep ourselves every year, same season, same quarter, same messaging. And then those that are experiencing grief know that like it could hit any time. You know, I'm waiting. It's like we find ourselves um, in a relationship with grief, and we didn't never say yes to. And so, happy holidays feels a bit heavy. I remember when I had a best friend that had some very close deaths to people that they were very close to, and I saw that thing of grief creeping up in a way that could have arrested the development of growth. And I just made one minor suggestion as a way that we can shift the power of pain into power of opportunity of tradition and relationship building with our ancestors, and that was to light a candle each year. Like if that's something that you want to do to honor a loved one that has transitioned during the holidays, light a candle, keep the candle lit. Matter of fact, get you a battery operated candle so you don't have to feel any kind of way if you light it and it go out. Like it is not a deeper revelation. It's not something to make you upset or sad. Lights go out, but find something that is meaningful to you, meaningful to them. If they had a certain candle that they already always lit, or their house smelled like pumpkin spice, do those little things as an ode or an honor to a person that you loved, and to kind of give some other options how grief may manifest, so that we don't get caught up in feeling like just these 2 months alone are the only 2 months we're going to grieve that loved one, and people quote unquote give you space to get away with it. Like grief comes 365, and so if we have an opportunity to, like Michael said, have a happy holiday every day, it's an opportunity for us to really be intentional in shifting our mindset, putting seeds into us to kind of help us through those moments that may build up when grief and pain of loss of a loved one does arise. It's not something we're going to run from or hide from. We can acknowledge it. We can have something different that we do this year that we haven't done in other years, that could personally invest in your personal enrichment, and create new family traditions and opportunities for your family members to kind of come together and share positive stories of the loved ones. So there's ways that we can get through this holiday season without being offensive or feeling bad, because you are celebrating the unity and family. But honestly, Christmas is like Sunday dinner. Thanksgiving is like a Sunday dinner. So if you don't currently have a Sunday dinner practice, then maybe start that and let that be the new tradition, and give that opportunity for you to spend time with your loved ones, so you don't have any place of regret of wishing you had more time because you took advantage of the time that you have now.
New project alert. New project alert. Sunday dinners. Yes, Sunday Stacks is announcing here live on the show Sunday dinners. Yes.
Yes,
No, but
let's
we
go.
definitely want to just really acknowledge that we need to find those intentional moments to have personal self-care that's safe. We need to find those times to have family gatherings that are safe. We need to
Mhm.
find those times to include friends and community in spaces that feel safe. And we need to be able to discuss our visions for the future, aka our companies, in safe spaces. That's
Mhm.
what we're really trying to impart here with Sunday Stacks is how do we achieve that? And part of it is we want to hope in our dynamic duo that you see people who are willing to be reality benders, to break these walls and these deceptions, to get beyond the headlines of AI and all these basic things, but really take you into new enriching places. And with that being said, and this is a shout out to my mother, because she made it very clear that I need to be very careful when I talk about politics. But I ain't afraid of none of you. So just know that very clear. So let's get ready for the whiz of the week. Yes, yes, yes. The whiz of the week. The whiz of the week. And I mean, this week has been on a rant. We have had potential government shutdowns once again. I mean, they do this thing every year like it's some new thing that we supposed to just expect. Oh, they've been doing their job all year long, and now they just might be fighting over whether or not they're gonna pass some bill, and then they kick it down the can for another quarter, and they play this game like we're doing some kind of quarterly report, like a company or something. The United States business is a messy, messy field, and I hope that our politicians, who are human beings, who are also citizens of this great country of ours, start getting their mindset together. It don't gotta be like this, y'all. That's what the Wizard of the Week is really here. Word up and shout out to my mother. It's not to give in to politics as usual, but to make sure that we manifest a new reality, even if it's impossible, because this political media sphere is so impermeable. But I refuse to believe that. And I believe that my voice matters.
So how else were they gonna get Christmas off?
I mean, they had to make such a crazy mess with this shutdown, but some bills got passed. There were everything from Social Security bills that needed to get passed. The House passed the basic budget, tried to get it to the Senate, and it just always gets so messy. And really, what got messy is this whole tie up where you start seeing Elon Musk and all the different people who supported the upcoming president elect Donald Trump coming in. They're now getting messy when they come with their messaging and putting messages out there to almost dictate to the politicians, if you don't,
Mhm.
here's a consequence.
That's
And so we
funny.
got that messiness going on again, as if we're not all citizens. See, the problem is we think we live in this democracy because we vote. But what we really inherit in our government and in structures is a republic. And we're fortunate that we have a republic that you have separation of states to the federal government, which I know for a lot of people that goes way over your head. And it's okay to admit that. That's what this Wizard of the Week is about. That's what we're here to do with Sunday Stacks. It's not only just talk about truths, but admit what we still need to learn and still need to grow from so we can focus on a new priority, which is what we call FCC, Family, Community, and Company. So when we talk about this Wizard of the Week, you understand that everything that you're hearing in the headlines are pure distractions, things that keep you off your tilt, keep you off your focus, keep you off your family, community, and company. And we stay arguing, making up false assumptions and stereotypes about our neighbors and people that are from other cultures and other groups. We got to stop this foolishness. And so, what we're trying to do
Mhm.
is tackle it head on. And I'm not going to back down from none of this. I don't care if two people listen to this. Those two people are changed forever behind what they're hearing every week for week with Sunday Stacks and what we're building up. And we want to make sure you continue to understand that. Some other wizards of the week, besides the foolishness with government shutdowns and Trump-Musk nonsense, was a very unique story, Shemekka. I heard about 50 Cent, who's in his mind about to rescue the city of Shreveport from financial chaos if he does not come there and build his G Unit production studios. But some wildly old senator, state senator too, right? Not even a federal senator, but a state senator within the same districts where he's looking to purchase the land. So the city and the mayor and everyone is backing 50 Cent in terms of buying property. He's buying residential property, commercial properties, and I believe he's also looking at government owned properties.
Mhm.
But what they want to do is this particular gentleman wants to make sure this is a state senator out of Louisiana. His name is Jenkins. And he was concerned from a political standpoint. Again, we're talking, again, Wizard of the Week. We're going to break down federal, state, counties, cities. There's different jurisdictions when it comes to property ownership assets and how different capital flows in the hands of all these people. And so this state senator is having some issues with some prioritizing that 50 Cent is getting over certain government owned businesses versus it being something that could be used for other people who are looking for other opportunities to use that same property. And you understand that kind of mindset. I know your town has some things like that going on with people who want to build something new and then people want to hold and hoard. It's that mindset.
One of the points he made that is something to be considered, right, is the level of experience. Now, the counter from the local municipality is like, we've done our due diligence and we've vetted, so we're good. But it's like I think it sounds like they're both sides in this case are willing to agree to disagree. And I think if you want to consider who's holding more of the right situation, it may be the local body because this person is a little bit out of touch from the boots on the ground potentially compared to the city representatives that are like literally representative of people in streets and neighborhoods. So I would wonder what is the community voice, where they see the power or whose side are they amplifying as what is putting their needs first? Because honestly, it's the local residents that are going to be directly impacted by all of this growth trajectory. And if it, all things considered, have not been put on the table, not only with Mr. Jackson's experience and the people he has working with him, but the long term impact. How is this impacting the environment? Is there a consideration to the future of the environment over time with more people coming in and the roadways and things that may not be directly clear, but what assets are going to be lost to the community to create this as a space? And if you haven't considered that, make sure you count up those costs and see what those trade offs are for the people that are most directly impacted that live there in those communities every day.
So if y'all don't understand, me and Shemekka, I am brilliant. This is what we do. We stay abreast of all the different topics. There's so much more to cover. And I want to note too, a lot of times this message we would talk about with Mr. Sam Jenkins, the senator out of Louisiana, we wouldn't even know about this if 50 Cent didn't put it on social media. Of course, 50 always got to poke at anybody that comes at him. So 50, if you want to poke at the Sunday Stacks podcast for talking about you, please feel free to poke at us. Yes, I'm too a
No, let's
fellow.
just talk.
Hey, I don't mind. Hey, you want to talk about us? Hey, we mentioning you in this situation. Hey, we talking. But like I said, again, we really
We're
want.
available for community engagement strategy
Well,
consultation.
she is. I'm here for the smoke. What you need, 50? Nah, I'm just playing. Fellow cancer to cancer, but definitely appreciate his business acumen and what he's doing. But at the same time, you gotta love the fact that regardless of whatever smoke this man sees, he's always quick to put it front and center in front of everybody, where he takes it away from you being able to use it against him one day. So you gotta
Mhm.
respect a unique move because social media is a different kind of chess move nowadays because it can put so many pressure, even when we go back to government shutdowns, everything. People who own or control any bits of social media have so much power because it's almost like they're running their own small countries and nation states with a digital footprint, and the things people can say can almost be, unlimited. So we definitely have to keep ourselves mindful of all these whizzes that keep coming in our mind. I know we touched on a lot of things. Please leave some comments. If you're listening to us on the live podcast network, definitely Shemekka will give you some notes about that. But if you're listening here on YouTube, definitely like and comment. Please share. Tell a friend to tell a friend that you are enjoying Sunday Stacks and let us know what you think about some of the topics we touched on. If we didn't go deep enough, please go deeper. Let's have the conversation in the chat. If you enjoy what you heard today in regards to just ways that we talk about the holidays and our new perspective, let us know a little bit about that as well too. But we do appreciate you always tuning in to Sunday Stack. Shemek, you want to give a little quick housekeeping to let them know how they can stay in contact and support our podcast?
Absolutely. If you have not done it already, make sure you go to your app store and download a live podcast network. Now, once you do that, if you really believe in Sunday Stacks and what the messaging is that we have, that we're advertising and lifting and sharing on the live podcast network as well as sundaystacks.com, make sure you subscribe. So you can subscribe to us in the app and you can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Sunday Stacks Podcast on Instagram, and we want to make sure that you are able to reach us directly. We're not untouchable. We're real people doing real things that believe in a real God and believe in serving people, not just from theory, but also to practice. So we want to make sure that we can stay connected and be intentional about how we're doing this year. So happy holidays from Sunday Stacks.
Happy holidays from Sunday Stacks, and you enjoy yourself. This is, again, a very unique time because Christmas and Hanukkah are starting on the same day.
That's something.
That's something. So let's see how the new year starts for us with these perspectives, that there are new things on its way, and we can really make 2025 a special place where every day you deserve joy, your neighbor deserves joy, your family members deserve joy. And if we all can understand and not interfere with each other's joy, maybe we can get to a greater place this holiday season. So we hope that you all enjoyed this episode. We appreciate you always tuning in. Shout out to all the brilliant bunch, our kids. Shout out to what we got: CJ, Mari, Ali, P, Max, and if I ain't call your name, you know why. So either way, thank you very much for this edition of Sunday Stacks. We love you all, and we appreciate you tuning in. As we say each episode, let's say, I
I
am
am
brilliant,
brilliant,
and
and
you
you
are
are
too.
too.
Thank you again for tuning in this edition of Sunday Stacks, and we will see you next week. Peace.